Hi, I'm Dr. Johnny. Thanks for joining me today. I'm talking about hooded eyes. Got a lot of questions on hooded eyes. I'm going to go through some do's and don'ts of hooded eyes in a quick clip. We're going to go through it. I'm going to tell you some of the things that are going to make it worse and some of the things that you can do to make it better, to improve it, and prevent it from getting worse, because prevention is key. But there are things you can do that are non-surgical to help remove the look and actually get some lift and have an amazing eye. The hooded eye sneaks up on us like one day, all of a sudden we have it. Let's go straight to the video in 3 seconds. So if you like these videos, click like, subscribe, and click the bell. It helps us with our metrics here, and you'll be notified when the new videos come, and you can be the first to watch them. My first experience with this port, when we first got it, we used large dilutions, a lot of water. I'd been thinking to myself for a few years, this was 2009, so before that, above the area of my eye, the skin above my eye always looked pretty good, shouldn't have a problem there. And one morning I woke up and I could barely open my eyes. I forgot that I had Dysport about 4 days before in my forehead. Now, we don't have that problem with Dysport anymore because of how we use it, the dilutions we use, and the injection points. Everyone's very specific, but for a male, a lot of times we're treating the whole forehead. We're not paying attention to brow shape as much. And I can remember how horrified you can be when you wake up and all of a sudden you have big, heavy eyes. And thankfully, it got better in 3 or 4 weeks, so it was no big deal. And we were experimenting with a new product. But it totally removed that I'd even done it 3 days before. So you can see it applies to all of us, and it can happen quickly if you get a treatment that causes it, or slowly over the years, because a lot of people, if they don't genetically, so from a young age, have heavy hoods above the eyes, it's from collagen loss, sagging of the tissue, loss of elastin and collagen. So let's suppose you don't want to have surgery. What can you do to avoid it and make it look better? So the first thing you can do is treat the depressors with the neuromodulator. That is the frown complex and the edge of the orbicularis oculi, because that muscle pulls down at the edge. So by treating it, you get a brow lift. And I have many videos on different types of brow lifts, but neuromodulators, most clinics have them. They're fairly quick to get done and they work within days. So it's one of the first things you can do to lift the edge of the eye to help with hooding eyes. The number one thing you do not want to do with neuromodulators, it's counter to what everyone thinks, and everyone comes in and they still say, treat my forehead and then I'll get a lift. The forehead lifts if you treat it with neuromodulators. You slow the muscle movement down and you do what? You droop. Remember, watch my video on Botox, dirty little secret, about how Botox does not build collagen. All it does is stop muscle movement. And the last thing you want to do is stop the muscles that lift the eye. We want to stop the muscles that depress the eye, like we're mentioning, the depressor muscles, the corrugators, and the muscles at the edge of the eye that depress the lateral brow. So do not treat the forehead with neuromodulators. So the second thing you can do is pay attention to the temple, because if we do neuromodulators like Botox here and we get them too far laterally or near the temple, we get atrophy, and when you do, you get drooping of the brow. So volumizing here lifts the edge. It can be done in the hairline. If you do something like plasma sculpt, which is what I do, it goes in as a water and liquid. It's a biostimulator. There's no line of demarcation. And you get the towel around the head, or women often describe it as when you walk into the shower with a towel around the head, it pulls everything back. Well, when you treat back here, you get that lift. So paying attention to the temple, using longer term products that volumize without lines of demarcation does give a nice lift. The second thing you don't want to do is let that region go without some type of sun protection, because sun damage is also important. Certainly smoking, certainly genetics. The next one, sun protection. And what people miss out on is sunglasses. So sunglasses will protect from UV damage. I know a lot of the makeup people use have SPF in them, but you can also use some sunscreens in and around the eye, the forehead region. You want to maintain collagen, maintain everything you have to create the best tissue around the eye, because it's some of the thinnest skin and delicate tissue we have. So make sure you avoid solar damage. It's terrible for losing collagen. It is surprising how little sun exposure kills our collagen fibers and elastin that keep it springy and keep the eye looking beautiful and vibrant. The third thing you can do, which I like a lot, is PDO threads. Now, a lot of people have been using barb threads for the cat eye. I do that once in a while. You're not going to change the canthal tilt per se, but you can temporarily do it, and over time you build collagen towards that way, but it's not the main reason I do it. I like smooth threads in the forehead because we don't want to put neuromodulators in the forehead. We want to do collagen building processes in the forehead. You can certainly start with your skincare, your retin-A's, vitamin C's, but a little more oomph is your PDO threads. So smooth PDO threads in the forehead are safer to me than neuromodulators because you don't get the lowering, safer than fillers because you don't get the risk of occlusion or arterial vascular phenomena that we can see with fillers. Remember I talked about the temple, we're putting that as a water. Yes, we can use collagen stimulators because we can milk them over, you can massage them over. You don't have to directly inject it if you're using Plasma Sculpt. But if you take the threads, you can put them exactly where you want. They build collagen, they create a nice lift. The third thing you don't want to do, for me, I find using PDO threads that low down can be fraught with problems, from hematomas, to people not liking the swelling that can last a few weeks. It's a very delicate area. There's a lot of structures above the eye. I use them above the eye, yes, but not below the brow. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm giving you opinion on this. Some people do, some like it. I've done it, and if people really want it done, I do it. Be oh so careful. It's something I don't really recommend doing. Smooth PDO threads just in the lid or above the lid. I would avoid that. The next don't is bad makeup, and we all see it. I'm sure there are tons of tutorials you can find here on YouTube. Just doing makeup properly in and around the eye, I can't really believe the pictures that I see, or the people that know how to do it can raise and highlight the areas above the hooding and give that cat eye effect. And to that end, it's very similar to doing biostimulators in the temple, getting that lift, lifting the edge of the brow, using PDO threads, using neuromodulators, and then helping it all, not harming it with your makeup. Now, I'm way out of my element here. I know nothing about makeup, but I see the results. I certainly obviously work with people who do amazing jobs with it, and people who have deep hooding can look amazing by how they contour the eye. The brow frames the eye. Even microblading the eye, or we do platelet-rich fibrin to grow the brow hair, takes the eye off of the lid when there's no hair to focus on. There's nothing to frame the eye, and subsequently, what do we look at? The skin, which we don't want to focus on if it's heavy. So pay attention to the brow, how dark it is, the amount of hair, and certainly use makeup to accentuate and highlight what you want, not what we don't. Let me know in the comments. You guys are way better at this than me, but let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. Radio frequency, we didn't even touch on. High frequency ultrasound, those are all great. PDO threads, biostimulators, using neuromodulators in the right way. And some people, they just need surgery, and then you can get those other treatments. But surgery is a nice way to remove the skin if that's what you need and your provider recommends it. What they're saying is, minimally invasively, I can't achieve the result that you want from non-invasive means. Get the skin cut out throw it away, and then do your minimally invasive and start protecting it from there. A lot of people are very happy they did, but minimally invasive, if you're a candidate, you'll love the treatments. Let me know in the comment section, are there any other tricks and tips that you've used that actually work that you like? Let us know. Stay joined here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.